The Albanese government, which let's not forget can do no wrong, is now starting up putting funding, after it was paused by the previous government, into the United Nations Green Climate Fund. Yes, it is going to start putting, it won't say how much. Penny Wong said she's going to start making a modest contribution at the end of the year to this fund. It's not so much the money itself, or it's not even the climate itself that the government is doing this for, but because this is something that Pacific Island nations really want, something they were cross at the previous government for not doing, because they think that if they stop putting money in, then they're all just going to end up underwater. And so it's actually a move to kind of safeguard these Pacific Island, our neighbours, Pacific Island nations, from Chinese influence. So there's a bit of a conundrum for the right. It's tough on China, but it's also money for the UN to tackle climate. What do we think?
Well, I think, firstly, don't believe Penny Wong when she says modest contribution. Second, how come I'm still waiting for my $275 power reduction when people in the Pacific Islands are getting, it's going to be a couple of hundred million at least. But the Pacific Islands have been highly critical of Australia and our coal industry, saying we need to shut it down. Aren't we just encouraging that by giving money to them, agreeing, yes, it is a climate crisis? And on that point, back to modest contribution, is it a climate crisis? Is it an existential threat or not? Because if it is, why are we giving a modest contribution and boasting about it? Shouldn't the government be ashamed to say modest? You're all going to die and we'll make a modest contribution.
Yeah, no, exactly. This is just ridiculous on every scale. The fact that these guys are the recipients of foreign aid, but we're now being playing hangman with these guys. Like, we've got to keep them happy.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, China already has a far greater foothold in these countries than we do. Like, they genuinely do, because they've got deep pockets, they're extremely generous, and the Pacific Islanders have shown time and time again that they're more than welcome to take China's helping hand, shall we say, and every time they do that, it's a slap in the face to us. And our foreign aid that we've been pouring in. No, I don't.
That's what this is trying to stop. That's a good thing, right?
I don't know, because we're trying to appease people who have already chosen their horse.
And there's another agenda here. There's a worldwide climate summit in 2026 that Anthony Albanese could be hosting. And why wouldn't you pay a couple of $100 billion of taxpayer money so you could have the privilege of...
It's just like the IOC.
Being there as a
like,
world
here you
leader.
go.
Everyone's just trying to afford food, and our
Incredible.
government's just like millions to the UN.